Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Tonight, the Commanders will play the Green Bay Packers, who look like they are definitely not going to be right there with the Vikings due to the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are now playing better. The Commanders won their last game 21-7, but you would think the Commanders would need more points, especially in Green Bay. Many people believe the Washington football team will not be as good as last year. The Commanders and Packers will host the Commanders. Both teams are 1-0 tonight at Lambeau. Thursday Night Football. Green Bay's Jordan Love is steady in Week 1. Michael Parsons was already a force, but the O-line injuries are a concern for the Packers. Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels looks sharp. Defense dominant. Matchups: Micah Parsons, Commanders O-line could decide the game. Edges: Packers expect experienced quarterback plus home field. Projected score: Packers 24, Commanders 20. That game kicks tonight at 7:15 on Thursday Night Football. 7:15 Amazon Prime Video. Brock Purdy, as for the 49ers quarterback, is likely to miss the next 2 or 5 weeks with a turf toe, plus a left shoulder issues. He signed a $2.565 million deal with the 49ers in May of last year, about guaranteed of $1.181. Week 1 the season, he threw for 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. The Drake May will be the starting quarterback. He has not done well in his NFL career. However, he was a first-round pick, so the talent's there. Baseball, the Royals will play the Guardians, and hoping to split. The playoff chances for the Royals aren't great, about 16%. That's about Fangraphs. So forced pitchers in the rotation hurt. And 5 if you include Michael Lorenzo, Bobby Witt, and Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino and Salvador Perez and Miguel Garcia are the top parts of the lineup. The problem is the Royals have been struggling with everybody else in the top in the year with hitting. That's why the Royals are so down low in run games, and continues their struggles after a good 17 stretch of games where they had a good offense. It seems back to the same. Stephen Kolick will go for the Royals, and Gavin Williams will go for the Guardians. Tonight's game time is at 5:15 Central Time on Fox and 6:15 Eastern. The Cardinals allowed a two-run homer to win it in a long game at the bottom of the 13th. Leo Rivas hit it out. The Cardinals are 73-76 and have a terrible since early July, have a day off. The Cubs also have a day off. They took the game yesterday against the Braves 3-2 and have the Wild leading. Yesterday the Cubs won 3-2. Kansas State will play Arizona. In football, the Cats are having trouble as they are 1-2 and lost to Army last week, a bad loss. And a tough test against Arizona tomorrow, 6:30. Saturday, 6:30. Mizzou will have an easy game on their schedule against Louisiana University. Mizzou is favored by about 94%, and current spread is about 26.5. That game kicks at 12 Central. The game of the night on 6:30 will be to play at Notre Dame. The game begins at 6:30 NBC. Now we get busy. We've been busy with football. Now we get into mental health. What is TMS? TMS is transmedical stimulation. Is non-invasive treatment. Uses magnetic fields and stimulant nerve cells, specific parts of the brain, linked to mood regulation. Here's a quick breakdown. Here is a device, the electromagnetic coil, placed on your scalp, usually near the forehead. It sends a magnetic pulse at activate areas of the brain, like the left
dorsolateral,
prefrontal
cortex,
involved in depression. What makes it mainly when people don't respond well to antidepressants or therapy, sometimes called treatment-resistant depression, reduces sessions typically last for 20 to 40 minutes, 5 days a week, 4 to 6 weeks or longer. Side effects usually may mild headache, scalp, or twitching during treatment. Unlike medication, it doesn't cause symptomatic side effects like weight gain or drowsiness. You still may have some tiredness. Effectiveness, many patients a significant mood or some go into remission. Very limited side effects. It shows about 60% of mostly works and tried, may be a commitment and typically is not recommended for procedures. It is a big commitment to do this. And nobody likes the ticking of the head and the little vibrate. But if you get the depression to go away, is it worth it? For more on my progress, let's play this video and get back to me.
I can't remember when I wasn't feeling down, sad, or just plain irritable. Nothing interests me. I don't get excited, and work is a constant struggle. I've tried all the medications and put up with their side effects, yet none have made me feel okay. I've talked and talked to my therapist, but I don't think we're making any progress. It feels as though I will never be happy again. Is there any hope for me?
There is hope, and we can treat depression. Transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, is a promising new way to treat major depressive disorder that is not responding to other treatments such as medication or psychotherapy. I'm Nina Vossen, a clinical assistant professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences at Stanford, and founder and executive director of Brainstorm, the Stanford Lab for Mental Health Innovation. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to TMS and explain when it may be a good option, how it works, and what to expect if undergoing TMS treatment. Living with ongoing depression that isn't getting better despite traditional treatment can be frustrating, discouraging, and exhausting. But with TMS, there is renewed hope of finding relief. TMS has been very successful in treating major depressive disorder with response rates ranging from 30 to 64%. And in certain people, it has been even more effective than other treatments for depression. What's more, TMS may even eliminate the symptoms of depression. Let's review some of the situations when TMS may be a good option. 1, the person has taken more than one antidepressant medication. 2, medications and/or psychotherapy have been ineffective in treating their depression. 3, the side effects of the medicines are more significant than the benefits. 4, they cannot tolerate the medications. 5, the symptoms of depression negatively impact their life and/or ability to work or study. If any of these are true, then TMS may be considered. Now, keep in mind that this is just a brief checklist, and a medical professional will do a thorough evaluation to ensure that TMS is a safe and viable option for a specific individual.
My progress, one of the greatest decisions I've ever made. It was a very big commitment, going for 36 sessions, which took me about 8 weeks. After adding up all the sessions, only 5 days a week. If there were 6 days in a week, it would only take about 6 weeks. But since there is not that many times available at normal offices, including my TMS, Monday through Friday, it takes a bit longer, but my depression has progressed until the best I felt in years, possibly 9 years. And now I can begin about thinking what's next in my life. That's Sam Vaughan, Sports and Sam Vaughan's Mental Health Day.